It was March of 2017 when we found Mike and Steph Oliveira making donuts in the kitchen of their home in North Hampton, New Hampshire. Mike had never made a donut in his life until 4 months earlier, when he managed to produce 4 or 5 donuts and sold them at a nearby farm stand.
We didn't even have boxes. You know, I literally went to the local Hannaford and got a bakery box and put our stuff in it and wrote Donut Love on the side of it with our telephone number. That was our advertising of where it came from.
I couldn't believe how good of a donut he could make because he's never baked or really cooked. I mean, he's good at making dinner, but...
Mike and Steph nurtured Donut Love while holding down their real jobs and taking care of twin boys, 2 goats, 10 chickens, and a baby.
You know, for me to be holding him, you know, while I'm, you know, stirring a glaze, then that's what we have to do. And it's totally fine.
This was the whole operation. Maximum production, 2 donuts at a time. But the Oliveiras loved it, and it was growing, and it made Mike dream of something his mom had always wanted to open, a bakery in their hometown where the whole family could work together. In August of 2017, just 8 months after Mike made a donut for the first time, Donut Love moved out of the family kitchen and into this store. Mike Oliveira, who'd be the first to tell you he didn't know anything about running a business, suddenly had a real business.
It was definitely a rude awakening.
The donuts did not change. They were still made by hand from potato flour with no artificial dyes or sweeteners. But in the new store, there was a lot to do, even more to learn.
When we first opened, I was working like 100-hour weeks, doing everything, making the dough still, cooking, glazing, coming in at 1 in the morning, going home at 3 in the afternoon.
Right from day one, though, the shop was a success.
One day, like a tour bus showed up and like 40 people came off. And they said, oh, we wanted to stop here. They had come hours. And this was one of their stops.
There is no doubt, especially on weekends, people want what Donut Love is selling.
Yeah, most mornings we usually have customers in the parking lot an hour before we open. When we very first opened, that first opening month, we had people camped out in lawn chairs that went around the whole building.
One of the most fascinating aspects of this business is that here you are on busy Route 1 in North Hampton, New Hampshire, and you grew up right across the road.
Yeah, and I wanted to be here because on those tough days I could look across the street and remind myself of how far I've come, not only as a person, but you know, to remind myself that my mom is still really close to us.
Mom's picture is on the wall. A board at the counter marks the day she was born and the day she died. Another board is filled with good wishes from Mike's former co-workers. Oh, people love this part of the story. For 16 years, Mike was a police officer. He's the cop who found a new life in donuts.
You know, if we ever do have any left at the end of the day, he usually donates them to fire and police just because they have been so supportive of us.
The dream Mike's mom had, it's come true.
You want a donut?
This truly is a family bakery.
Maple cream, Mama O, plain blueberry, vanilla glazed, cold brew.
What's your favorite?
Cinnamon sugar.
The business has certainly reached the point where Mike doesn't have to be making donuts himself nearly every day. And yet, he is making donuts himself nearly every day.
I just love it.
He still makes the donuts the way he did at home, still checks them with his low-tech bamboo sticks.
Do your employees in here kind of roll their eyes at the way you do things?
Yes.
The way you did them in the kitchen when you were making them 2 at a time?
Yes. Bye, guys.
The financial success, the warm embrace from the community, the awards and accolades, he takes it all in with genuine gratitude.
That the community cares about who we are and what we offer. I couldn't have asked for anything more.